Great start for the Magic. 5 for 7 from downtown. We lead it by 3 as we start the second quarter. Chip Carey, Jack Gibbons with you from the Target Center.
Some good shooting in that first period, Chip. The Magic really knocking it down well from the three-point line. Let's hope that can continue.
Ronnie Cycling checks back in, and he abuses Cherokee Parks. And he'll lay it up and in for his first field goal of the game.
But Cherokee Parks is one of the guys that they're trying to find a way to get him more minutes, trying to find a way to make him more effective. But you see right there, there's the push down low. Definitely a opportunity for a three-point play for Ronnie Cycling. That sweet move going to the baseline.
Ronnie in early foul trouble, left with about 7 minutes left in the first without a field goal. And he's unable to convert the three-point play. So it's been a game of runs. Minnesota had a 9-2 run late in the first quarter. The Magic have now answered with 7 straight points and have a 5-point lead. Garnett met by Grant, shot it short. Got his own miss, though. Well, this guy's going to be terrifying. Chris Carr in the lane, dress that up.
Ronnie Cycling had to back off. And the way the guy elevates, if you let him get that close to the basket, he's a good enough athlete to create a shot for himself, and he did that time.
Already 7 points for Mr. Carr. Wilkins had it stripped. Nick the catch. Horace Grant from 17. Good.
Well, it's really nice the way Horace Grant picks his opportunities to take that shot. Rarely does he force one from that range.
We're a minute into the second period now. Carr, tough turnaround jumper, way hard, but Sam Mitchell there. Oh, Horace Grant with a big-time rejection. Garnett, though, able to clean it up.
Sweet-looking young player. He has a pretty nice touch around the basket. 15 feet or better are in. Haven't seen him take many from way out beyond the line.
Here's Ronnie, doubled up. Grant again. With that right arm. Horace won't go that time. Here comes Terry Porter. You really love Terry Porter's game.
Yeah, he's always done a great job of, whether he's in the starting role or coming off the bench, done a great job of providing leadership. Even back in his days in Portland, he led that team, the good Portland teams, when they were knocking on the door every year. He was a leader.
2 minutes into this second quarter, the Magic again give it to Ronnie. He goes to work against Parks. And 2 hands in the lower back, says Bernie Fryer, and that's 2 quick fouls on Cherokee Parks. You know, Jack, you bring up an interesting point about Minnesota. Their first few years in the league, they seemed like a rudderless ship on the floor. They never had a guy that could be a leader for them. And maybe Terry Porter's the guy for them. I mean, their first 7 draft picks were all traded away, so they never gave themselves a chance, really, to develop that.
He already has been a leader, Chip. You think back to last year when he was in the starting lineup.
And there's a steal from Porter. And Brian Shaw with a big-time foul makes him earn it.
I mean, he's always been a good leader. He's always been the kind of guy that doesn't mind talking to the young guys in the locker room, trying to explain to them what it's like to be in the league, what you need to do to get your game better. Just one of those guys you like to have around.
So Terry Porter goes to the line. This is his 12th NBA season. He's 10th all-time in three-point field goals made, as one tonight. 5th active assist man in NBA history. And what a find for Minnesota.
Portland pretty much gutted that ball club. Started with the exit of Clyde Drexler going to Houston. Porter came here. Of course, Duckworth and those guys were long gone. Buck Williams, the last player on that team to survive, really, the glory days of the Portland team.
Derek Strong couldn't handle the Brian Shaw wraparound pass. He knocks it out of bounds. Minnesota on a 7-0 run. That the 8th Magic turnover in the game. Garnett replaced by Gugliotta, who starts 0 for his first 4 from the field in the game.
The thing about Gugliotta, though, he can turn it on very quickly, as you know, Chip. So just because he's not making shots, you have to make sure you stay on him. Derek Strong has the responsibility right now. Horace Grant did a great job early.
Porter then makes the entry pass now. Googs goes to work, swings to his right, forced it, missed it. Garrett cleans it up again. Well, they've gotten a lot of second and third chances, and Brian Hill is red hot.
Well, that's reminiscent of the Detroit game. It seemed the Magic had position, especially Ronnie Cycling. a number of times and just could not come up with the ball. So once again, it bounced away. But Ronnie's been getting pushed a little too far under the basket. If we have that replay, I'll show you that.
It's a 9-0 Minnesota run. The Magic take time and try to regroup right after this.
They come from all over for the most agonizing test of endurance motorsports has to offer. The heavyweight championship of off-road racing. The legendary Baja 1000. Mile after mile of unforgiving terrain that can send even the toughest truck to an early grave, which means it can really be murder on a battery. That's why more drivers who tackle the Baja rely on the Duralast battery than any other. The same Duralast we stock at AutoZone. The Duralast battery. Power you can depend on.
Instead of always being one thing or the other, can something be one thing and another?
The Chrysler Town & Country LXI, Car and Driver's 10 Best, an Automobile Magazine All-Star, and now J.D. Power & Associates' most appealing minivan, the Chrysler Town & Country. It's nothing short of everything. What's new in your world?
See your local Chrysler and Plymouth dealer today.
At Goodings, we've always valued our customers. That's why we've created our Value Customer Card to give you big savings on thousands of valued customer specials down every aisle and every department.
This week, Tide Ultra Liquid Detergent is just $4.49 with your Valued Customer Card. And fresh Florida strawberries are just 89 cents a pint with your Valued Customer Card.
It's a new way to shop and a new way to save for every one of our valued customers just like you. At Goodings, where big savings are in the card.
Friends, One Magic Place live from Chicago Sunday morning. Your host David Steele and Jeff Turner preview the Magic Bulls game straight away from the Windy City. And of course, Harry Carey's Restaurant will be the site for this week's edition of One Magic Place Sunday at 11:30.
Of course, you say about Harry Carey's. You sound like every time we go to Chicago, we have to go to Harry Carey's. Is that what you were saying?
Got to help the inheritance, man. 5 seconds to shoot now. Anderson hits Shaw, couldn't handle it. 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot. Ronnie, desperation, almost made the play. Minnesota on a 9-0 run now. Sam Mitchell works against Nick Anderson. 8:38 left until halftime. And Nick cut Mitchell off very nicely there and forces Porter to operate. Here's Dean Garrett against Ronnie Cycli, playing with 2 fouls.
Well, it's looking right now to me, Chip, as though Minnesota, this game, and I could be wrong, but the game appears to mean more to Minnesota than it does to the Magic right now. I mean, you can't say a whole lot about the offense because offense comes and goes, but Minnesota having a real easy time scoring points right now. And once again, the first thing on the board for Brian was if we're going to turn this around, we have to do it on defense.
Minnesota on an 11-2 run, 13-2. And again, they're going at Ronnie, and well, they should. He's in foul trouble. 7:47 left.
And you're right. They are pushing the ball down the floor, giving it to Ronnie Cycli. But even at that, Garrett is averaging under 5 points a game, so he's just not going to score a bunch of points.
And he scored the last 6 in a row for Minnesota, and he hauls down another rebound, his 5th in the game. Porter, that pass knocked away underneath the goal standard, so Minnesota gets the ball back.
Yeah, they'll get it on the side. But even if you are in foul trouble, you still have to make sure you make it difficult for guys to score. And they're giving it to Garrett right under the basket. He's catching it pretty close to the hole, so Ronnie's going to have to use his body a little bit to try to root him out of there. I know Ronnie doesn't want to pick up foul number 3, and the Magic don't want him to either. So hopefully something happens to rectify the situation at the center spot very quickly.
7:25 left. 38-32 Minnesota, the 6-point lead. Cougs handles against Derek Strong now. Tom has really struggled from the field, and maybe that's going to get him going, and if it does, that's a little tough to take. 1 for 6 down from the field.
Penny Hardaway, when he comes back in the game, is going to have to do everything he possibly can to take this one over.
7 minutes left. B. Shaw against Porter. Oh, risky pass. Strong saves. Nick Anderson downtown. Bombing good. He got another one.
Right.
That's 4 threes in the game.
Well, let's just run it and find Nick out on the wing. I mean, that's the one thing that has worked for the Magic so far tonight.
We're 6 out of 8 from downtown in this game, thankfully. As it's a 40-35 Minnesota game. Give and go. Gugliotta behind his back. Finds Sam Mitchell. Oh, short. Rebound. 10th. Carr tries to save and call timeout, and he's going to get it.
See, it's that kind of play right there that just shows me that Minnesota, at this stage of the game, this last 4 or 5 minutes, working a little bit harder possibly, and hopefully Penny Hardaway will get back in the game here, and hopefully the Magic can come out and give some of that same kind of energy and cut into that 5-point lead.
Well, Minnesota really has made a dramatic turnaround. They're 23-26, 15-8 here at home. Boy, oh boy, you think back to their early years, there were seasons they didn't have but 12 or 13 wins by the All-Star break, so they're much improved there, and this is a team that is going to get nothing but better. I think they're a lock to make the playoffs.
Well, you know,
I think they'd be kind of scary to play in the first round.
You just think about this team a year ago, year and a half ago, where they were. Almost lost this team to another city.
Yeah,
I mean, they really had to fight to keep this team here.
Yeah, in May of '94, they almost moved to New Orleans.
Yeah, so, you know, it hadn't been too long ago. They really had a difficult time seeing where the future was here.
Gugliotta now 1 for 7 in the game. Nick Anderson challenges the basket. Derek Strong picks it up, fires it up and in. Boy, he's been tough.
I thought Nick traveled on that one. Went up and came down. Might have gotten away with one.
So the Magic pull to within 3 now. Porter runs the show again, hits Mitchell. Knocked away. Beautiful play by Gerald Wilkins. Magic 3-on-1 break. Bounce pass to Strong. Lost the handle. And Porter the foul. Terry thought he made a clean play, but I think he got some arm.
Yeah, he got a bunch of arm on that one, and Terry's going to politic. But it's not going to get him any votes with the officials this time. He definitely got him across the arm. Here's a look at it right here. Brian Shell. Now, Derek Strong does miss some, but there's a lot of body contact right there by pretty good defensive player, Terry Porter.
So Derek to the line. He's knocked down a couple of field goals in the game. He's 2 out of 3. 3 rebounds now. 5 points is Derek Strong. But think about Minnesota. Their first 7 #1 picks all were traded away.
Hard to build any kind of real continuity and consistency with your team, really any chemistry.
And that's what Terry Porter has brought, and that's what he said to us before the game about this Minnesota ball club. That's the one ingredient they really feel they're starting to develop with this group now is chemistry. 5:28 left. Derek Strong with a ball fake. Rebound Carr. You can see his elevation. 5:20 left until halftime. Minnesota's up 42-39.
Beautiful pass. You know, you look at the little things, Chip, and I'm just seeing more consistency in the play of Portland right now than the Magic, and I'm talking about just getting down and dirty, doing those little things.
Well, you talked about Penny trying to take over, the Magic trying to give him the ball, and Chris Carr is called for the foul. A long look from Bernie Fryer as Carr disagreed with the call. And look at this beautiful pass from Porter.
Well, look, watch. You'll see how this pass just comes through, and Sam Mitchell just fills the lane. No one ever picks him up, and he gets himself an easy 2. Now, granted, it has to be a good pass, and Porter made it, but you get that by just giving a little bit of effort.
There's Horace Grant's spot. He's cooled off a little bit inside Ronnie Cycli.
And Carr again, I think, over the back.
4:50 left. Well, they call it on Dean Garrett. That's his first 5th team foul on Minnesota now. Magic have been guilty of only 1 personal foul in this second quarter. Ronnie Cycli, 4 points to the line. 1 rebound for Ronnie. He's missed his only free throw attempt. Magic have struggled tonight with 8 turnovers here in the first half for 14 Minnesota points. 44-41. T-Wolves have the lead and the ball here at home. Here's Gugliotta, tries to bring it close to the basket. Nice fake.
He just lowered his shoulder. Horace Grant never really could get set on that one to keep him from getting to the inside.
4:30 to play in our quarter. Syke goes to work against Garrett. Leans in, off the window. No! He wanted the whistle there, didn't get it. Porter brings it back. And he threw that pass out of bounds. Porter and Carr talking. Chris wanted it up top for the slam dunk chance.
Well, the Magic had him covered on the other side, and Porter thought Gugliotta was going to continue on to the basket. He decided to pull up, and Porter threw it to air. You see Dennis Scott checking back in the game.
Magic down 5. They've reloaded with the starting 5 now. Penny against Porter. Garnett, a good long rest. Dennis Scott comes in firing.
That's a tough shot just coming off the bench.
And Porter brings him back. Magic 6 out of 9 from downtown in this game. Gugliotta to Mitchell now. They switch it up. Sam lost the handle, got it back. Carr downtown. Good. He's got 10 in the game already.
Well, he's just getting more and more confidence. He's healthy now. Started out the season hurting just a little bit, but now that he's back in the starting lineup, back in the rotation, there's an easy 2 for Cycling. Nice pass from Penny Hardaway. But Carr really is playing with more confidence now. The slam dunk competition, I think, did him good also.
49-43. Beautiful pick and roll by the Magic there. Minnesota comes back with the same play. Gugliotta missed the two-hand stuff. He was fouled. That's why it goes against.
Nick Anderson's going to get called for the foul, but Nick doesn't think he got him.
Horace Grant was there too.
Let's take a look at it right here. You'll see Horace Grant, but Horace is going to be out of the play. And here comes Nick over. Hard to see any contact by Nick on that play.
So Gugliotta back to the line. Goog's already 4 out of 4 at the stripe. And now has 5 and 9 points. Kevin Garnett is back for Minnesota. And he, of course, will be our subject of the Magic halftime profile. Boy, oh boy. Imagine what he's going to be like when he's 25, 26 years old. He might be 8 feet tall by then. He's still growing.
Yeah, they say he is still growing. He's 6'11" right now. And
Anderson, oh, great crossover. Nice, to the rack he goes, and he's got 14 in the game.
I mean, isn't that so nice? I mean, that's just so good to see. I mean,
he's 5 for 8 in the game.
They've never been able to stop him when he faces the basket and goes to the hole like that.
Marbury's back for Minnesota, too. Gugliotta. Bounce pass to Garnett. Baseline jumper just inside the arc. No. Magic run out. They've got numbers 3 on 2. Here's Penny now. 2:38 to play until halftime. Minnesota by 6. Hard drive, lost the handle. Marbury smacked him on the hand.
I just love seeing that.
Oh, I do too.
I just like Nick when he's active, when he's taking the ball to the basket, when he says, "This is my game, y'all, and you have to stop me." That is good to see Nick doing that again.
It's been his game thus far. Jack leads us in scoring, leads all scorers with 14 so far, and with 2:31 left, he'll go to the line.
Precious Hotline, what's your problem? We're stuck with skunky beer. So it's not Budweiser? No. Remain calm, sir. We're on our way. Next time, look for this.
New Born on Dating from Budweiser, because fresh beer tastes better.
Precious Hotline.
Could we order some Chinese?
When you're smiling,
smile.
the whole world smiles with you.
The new Camry will make you smile, along with everything else at your Toyota dealer, because that's where you'll find the best Toyota has to offer, including great prices on the new Camry. We've raised Camry standards and lowered its price for $97. Now that's something to smile about. See your Toyota dealer today.
The whole world smiles with you.
If you think KFC just serves the Colonel's original recipe chicken, think again. There's plump, juicy, tender roast. Our roasted chicken served in pieces. And the Colonel's crispy strips, freshly prepared all day. At KFC, our menu is getting so big, you might need a bigger table.
Everybody needs a little KFC.
Now fill your plate with a tender roast or Colonel's Crispy Strips combo meal at a special price, just $3.99.
Well, friends, next time you're planning a vacation, think of Marriott Vacation Club International. Villas are located around the world in the most desirable destinations, which provide a home-away-from-home vacation experience for families and friends. For information, call 800-684-5527. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Chip Carey, Jack Gibbons with you from the Target Center. The Bulls and the Hawks continue their battles in the Omni. It's now a tie game, late second quarter. Atlanta on a 23-15 second quarter start, trying to extend their home winning streak to 23 games.
Well, Nick Anderson has, obviously, with the 15 points, been the most consistent Magic player so far in this game. Chased his missed free throw down, and he'll have... Well, I thought he would have Marbury again on the low post. Was successful the last time. The Wolves are switching that pick between Nick and Penny Hardaway. That screen there set by Nick Anderson. So that's why Nick has been caught on the low post with Marbury on him. Now Penny Hardaway with the...
Oh, cycling to pass to Hardaway. And Minnesota fouled Penny.
Good pass from Ronnie. Penny probably would have liked to have had it a little bit higher, so he could have taken the shot while he was in the air, but he does get to the free throw line.
Minnesota well over the limit. There's the pass. And Garnett with the hard foul. That's his first personal in the game. Penny now with 7 points. That's his first here in the second quarter. He had 16 points, just 3 out of 15 from the floor up in the Palace of Auburn Hills. Penny's knee, he said, was really bothering him in that ball game, as he really tried to keep it loose. And Detroit, I should say, really deserves a lot of credit for the job they did on Hardaway in that game. 2 minutes left until halftime. Marbury kept the dribble alive and hit Gugliana. Oh, what a play. Googs with 12, Carr with 10 to lead Minnesota here to a 53-48 lead.
Horace Grant did what he was supposed to do. He cut off the baseline, but no rotation from the other side.
Penny turns the corner. Dennis Scott hesitates, fakes Garnett, and he hits.
Well, he's keeping Garnett guessing right now. Dennis thought he got hit on the shot. He wanted a chance for the three-point play.
Bud settles for the 2 and 7 points total. 3 points
another time.
Oh, Marbury got really drilled. Now Garrett open hits.
Well, I thought he got pounded also, Chip. But still, the Magic not handling that pick and roll well at all. I mean, they are not dealing with it. I don't know if they dealt with it more than once so far in this game.
Marbury tried to funnel Penny toward the middle. Nick Anderson's 3 a little short. Ball knocked to Carr. Minnesota has a 4-on-2 break. Oh, nice pass. Garnett the finger roll.
They get it and go.
Yeah, when they get it, they're tough.
Yeah, the 3, 4, and 5 position, all of them run the fast break, run the floor, and run it well.
Minnesota by 7. We're under a minute in this second quarter. Here's Penny now against Marbury. Turnaround, double clutching jumper off the side of the goal. Penny thought he was hit again. So did the Magic bench.
But once again, he's back. So now you have the advantage and the numbers on the other side.
And that shot hit the shot clock. Carr almost had too much time. So the Magic get a break as Carr missed the wide-open three-point attempt. Minnesota 57, Magic 50 as we approach halftime.
The Magic keep giving Penny, they keep on giving him the ball, trying to get him going, get him in the one-on-one situation with Marbury. Penny, of course, getting double-teamed every time he touches the ball. He's done a good job in this game of finding other people. But they're taking away his opportunity to get the field goal attempt. He has four assists, a couple of other passes that have continued on to the open man to lead to a basket that he didn't get credit for. Derek Strong back up. Ronnie Cycli's going to sit down for the final 22 seconds. Of course, Ronnie with 2 personal fouls. You don't want him to pick up his last one.
And Shane Heel checks into the game, number 10. Long-distance sharpshooter from down under, 26-year-old rookie who's been a professional basketball player since the age of 18 when he played in the Australian Basketball League in Brisbane. And 1 out of 2.
Played in the Olympics this year for the Australian team in Atlanta.
And he and Charles Barkley exchanged Valentine's Day cards during the summer, didn't they?
Well, yeah, they corrected some problems they had in prior international competition. Magic have a foul to give, but they don't have to use it, or else the Wolves throw it away.
6th Minnesota turnover now. The Magic down 6. See if we can take advantage here with 6.8 seconds left.
And he can go.
He brings it up. He finds Penny. Penny finds Derek Strong. That's good as it goes, and just short. And that's the end of our first half of play. Minnesota 57, the Magic 51. Gugliotta, Garrett, Garnett, and Carr in double figures for Minnesota. Nick Anderson, a brilliant shooting half, 15 points for Orlando, including 4 3-pointers to help keep us in the game. A 6-point Minnesota advantage. We'll have more. Time, but 61% again in the second quarter, 15 rebounds, 6 of those 15 on the offensive glass.
And they have also, Chip, been able to take those 8 turnovers by the Magic and convert that into 14 points. So, you know, you're going to get easy shots when you force the turnovers. The Magic, on the other hand, have forced 6 turnovers, but they've been able to get only 4 points out of those turnovers. So once again, that tells you that the Wolves are getting a lot of stuff in transition. Fast break points in favor of the Wolves, 17-7. Those small areas add up, and that's the thing that keeps you down and makes it tough for you to win ball games.
So it's 57-51. Magic have to battle back from a halftime hole here in Minneapolis. Again, 8 other games around the NBA tonight. Let's show you our Jeep Eagles scoreboard. Toronto at home, beating Milwaukee. Washington looking for a big win for Bernie Bickerstaff. Leads that one big in the third quarter. Detroit over Charlotte, 79-72 in the fourth quarter. Elsewhere, Chicago leads at halftime. What a big comeback they made in the second quarter, trying to snap Atlanta's 22-game home winning streak.
Gugliotta, well, he's illegal. Defensively, Horace Grant wide open in the corner. Googs in the paint. I guess he just got lost. And illegal defense, the first one called in this game.
So the third quarter underway. Hardaway, Nick. 3D, Ronnie and Horace for the Magic. Marbury, West. Gugliotta, Garnett, and Garrett. Cycling in the lane. The Minnesota bench screaming for the 3. Ronnie unable to finish the play. He's 3 out of 7 and only 1 rebound. Grant and Cycling have combined for 2 boards in this game.
Well, they've had their hands full on defense, but I don't know that it's any tougher than it's been a bunch of games for the Magic, and both of those guys have been big-time forces in the rebounding category. So that's another one of those areas just simply going to have to change if the Magic are going to be successful here tonight.
So Magic miss on their first attempt. Minnesota coughs it up. They've turned it over 7 times, but only 4 Magic points. Penny trying to take the game over. Shot it short, and a late whistle. A foul against Ronnie Cycling. A loose ball foul on him. That's his 3rd.
Ronnie Cycling is 3rd personal.
Well, let's see what happens here. Penny wants the foul again. Didn't get it. Didn't appear as though he got hit. Well, I don't know. What did Ronnie do? That Gugliotta came over top of Ronnie Cycling that time.
And he doesn't have any idea, neither does anybody else on the Magic bench. That hurts. 1 minute into the third quarter. Orlando called for the turnover. Here's Doug West now. Spinning against Nick in the lane. Little floater short. Ball knocked around. Minnesota comes up with another offensive rebound. Here's Marbury. Through the lane. Up and off the hands of Dennis Scott. He saves to Penny Hardaway. Here comes Penny. He'll feed Dennis Scott. Three-point shot off the front iron. Ball back tapped. Doug West knocked away by Grant. Penny again has it against Doug outside. 10.5 to play in the period.
I am waiting to see when the Magic gets something at the basket.
Ronnie cut off. Garrett the block. Ball loose. Saved by Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, you know, he's just pushing Ronnie around just a little bit, not letting him get to the basket.
Here's Gugliotta off to a slow start. And Gugliotta tonight, 3 out of 10 from the field with a couple of turnovers, too.
There's Dennis going to the hole, finds Nick. I mean, you can do that, and you're going to get a good shot. But you have to first force the defense to converge back in the paint by making a good, strong, aggressive move to the basket. And someone's going to get a shot on the perimeter. That seems to be the shot the Magic won here so far in this game. That perimeter jump shot, but you have to create it. When Marbury offense go the other way.
Yep, threw that arm out. Horace Grant stepped over. Marbury's third personal foul in the game.
Well, he's really doing a good job of getting to the painted area, but fortunately, Horace Grant doing his job on that one and cutting off his path to the basket.
9:24 left. Minnesota up 4. The Magic trying to get it back in a hurry here. Nick Anderson, a little strong. Ronnie, an offensive rebound of his own. Double teamed in the post, missed the shot.
See, I don't understand the fall-away shot. You know, you're not making it. Take it to the hole, and you're going to dunk or get to the line. I don't know, it just seems like no one for the Magic want to get hit. Taking the ball, ball to the basket. I mean, I'm just pointing that out because as you've watched this game, you've seen Minnesota on time after time just attacking the basket, and you see the problems it causes the Magic defensively. So why not give them a little bit of their own medicine by breaking them down off the defense?
There's more penetration.
I mean, that's an example right there. I mean, you see in Minnesota every time. It seems attacking the basket.
Well, we asked Brian Hill about that up in Philadelphia. Are you comfortable with the style of play where your team shoots a lot of three-point shots? And he said, no, I'm not.
He said he wanted to get more shots.
And he's been preaching to his team the last 2 weeks, get to the basket. Again, a three-point shot doesn't go. Grant offensive rebounding, and he makes a tough shot.
Nice, Horace Grant.
Horace with his second rebound is 8 points. And Minnesota's lead cut to 4.
I mean, Minnesota's a pretty decent defensive team. Now, that's the first shot they've taken from the outside.
Oh, by Garrett.
And they just take that one. So I think Ronnie Cycli's just going to get pulled. Now, I don't know. Brian has gotten Derek Strong up, but I don't know if he's coming for Ronnie or not, but it just seems in this game, and really for the second time in a row. And I know, you know, you're going to have a bad game, so I don't want to keep seeming like I'm pointing at Ronnie Cycli, but, you know, you have to be there in a game like this because you know Minnesota's a rebounding team, a team that attacks the basket a lot.
7:55 left. Marbury brings it up in a hurry. Left Georgia Tech after his freshman season. Garrett really having a fine game tonight. Keeps the dribble alive. Grant rejects.
And good job, Derek Strong, not letting for one of the few times Garnett get to the basket.
Oh, Dennis Scott crosses over Garnett. Finger roll and the tap in.
Dennis Scott with the nice second effort. Second time in this game he's been able to get on the offensive boards and put his missed shot right back in.
9 points for Dennis Scott. 7:23 left.
Good job, Horace Grant, finally forcing Marbury to change direction.
They dare Gugliotta to shoot it, and that's why he is really struggling. 3 for 11 now in the game. Dennis Scott matches up against his former Georgia Tech buddy Marbury. Nick from downtown? No. Rebound snagged by Garrett. Dean Garrett's grabbing every rebound. That's 10 in the game. Here's Marbury. Bounce past Gugliotta. He's fouled. And just hard enough to stop the lay-in.
Penny Hardaway, good job getting back on defense. Forced the pass to be a little bit more difficult than Marbury wanted. Gugliotta caught it in a tough position, and Penny didn't let him make the basket.
So Minnesota takes timeout. Hardaway the foul. 6:56 left. Minnesota's lead remains at 4.
FedEx uses over 500 airplanes to handle your 2-day package. Cost about $8.
UPS uses over 500 airplanes to handle your 2-day package. Cost about $6.
The U.S. Postal Service uses over 15,000 airplanes to handle your priority mail 2 to 3-day package. Cost $3.
So, 8, 6, 3, what's your priority? Priority mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
There's so much to smile about at your Toyota dealer. For starters, that's where you'll find adventure in a new 4Runner, loaded with standard features so you can ride in style. And RAV4, drawing smiles from all over the place. So many reasons to smile, so many reasons to see your Toyota dealer today.
The whole world smiles with you.
Pizza Hut employee memo number 13, public speaking. Well, it's time to talk about something other than our great pizza.
Vacation.
No, dinner. And telling folks that we're the place to get it. So tell them what you want them to do.
Call now.
Let's work on that delivery.
Call now.
That's better.
Call now.
All together now.
Call now.
Shout it from the rooftops.
For insurance purposes, maybe that's not such a good idea.
Call now.
Great. Now stand by the phones and get ready.
Call now.
Way to go, big guy. Making it great again and again.
The Trailblazers greet the Magic back from this road trip next week on Wednesday night. Then the Denver Nuggets come to town with Brian Stith and Brooks Thompson. They'll meet for the first time of the season on Friday night. Plenty of tickets still available for both games. You can pick them up at the arena box office, at Ticketmaster, or by phone by dialing the number you see on your screen. Chip Carey, Jack Givens here in Minneapolis. T-Wolves not going away, buddy. 61-47. Our score with 6:56 left.
Yeah, they're not going away because they have the lead. So, no, they're not going to go away and playing on the road. You're right. They'll stay right there. You saw Clifford Robinson in that promo for the Portland Trailblazers. His name's been mentioned in a lot of trade rumors. He may or may not still be with the Portland team when that game comes. Interesting this time of the year. A lot of names thrown out.
Yeah, 6 days until the deadline.
So we'll see if, in fact, any other moves. Was a big trade today. Dallas and Miami Heat hooking up in an exchange. The Heat get Jamal Mashburn, the primary name in that deal. Sasha Danilovic from Miami to the Dallas Mavericks.
Along with Martin Ursep and Kirk Thomas. Grant was open. Dennis couldn't hit him. Here's Penny against Marbury. Triple team, got fouled.
Well, that's there all night. It's going to be there. But you have to go to the basket aggressively, and the officials will give you the benefit of the doubt. Penny got hit hard that time.
Magic tonight at the line, 9 out of 13. Minnesota's hit all 10 of their free throw attempts. They've out-assisted us 17-13. They've out-rebounded us 29-24. And they've outshot us 48 to 40%. The Magic in this period just 3 for 13. Penny in double digits now. He's got 10. A couple of rebounds and 4 assists.
The real key, though, the Magic defense is better, as they are holding Minnesota to 2 of 8 shooting. By the way, don't know if you mentioned, Shaquille O'Neal will miss the game in Orlando when the Lakers come to town.
Yeah, nasty injury.
He is going to be out for at least 2 months.
He was hurt here on this floor, on this end of the floor. Dennis Scott fell down. Garnett went to the bank. Shaq out 8 to 10 weeks with a torn capsule, fractured bone, and a partial tear of the lateral collateral ligament of his left knee. Remember, his right knee had been injured earlier. So he's out 8 to 10 weeks. Nick Anderson downtown. Nope. Rebound fought for and knocked away by the Magic to Minnesota. A lot of three-point shots going up when they're falling. You love it.
Well,
Orlando 6 for 14 now.
What Minnesota is doing now, right now, Chip, they are running at the shooters on the three-point line.
Marbury left his feet to make the pass. Terrible play. Penny cherry picks and drops the hammer.
Well, great job, Penny, on defense. That's why it was a terrible play. Penny adjusted well, put his hand up high. Marbury had no way to make that shot and couldn't come down with it, or else it was a travel.
65-61. Our score late third quarter.
Well, he's really not looking for a shot, so Penny has picked up the pressure defensively.
Garnett downtown, shooting and hitting a three. Garnett with his 6th three-pointer of the year.
6 of 10 from behind the three-point line.
When that starts happening, you start to wonder.
Well,
68-61.
Once again, he's obviously very talented. Good mixture of inside-outside game. Horace Grant with the jump shot, and that normally goes for Horace Grant. Good pass once again from Penny Hardaway.
Teams trade hoops, 68-63. Minnesota, the 5-point Bulls. Dennis Scott against Marbury. He'll pull up. Little jumper short. Oh, Dean Garrett in traffic with a big-time rebound. And Horace Grant with the foul. Boy, I'll tell you what, Dean Garrett finally getting a shot in the NBA. Pulls down his 11th rebound on the night.
And he has played in a bunch of countries since leaving. I mean, he's been everywhere, it seemed. I was reading his resume. He's been everywhere, but it seems since coming out of Indiana in 1988. But he's just not been able to catch on with the team. And
Doug West fumbled that ball as he made his cut.
And the other thing is, while playing overseas, he was averaging well over $1 million a year. Couldn't get a team to commit with those kind of numbers here, so stayed right there.
Nick looks for the three, a little short. Ball knocked around. Garrett rebound number 12. Minnesota by 5. Ball thrown to an open spot on the floor, and Minnesota turns it over again. They've made a couple of bad mistakes in this period. Let's see if we can take advantage. And we do.
It's good to see the pump fake because Minnesota's really running.
Now Googs at the other end of the floor beats us down. $70-65.
Well, that's one way to get your field goal percentage and confidence up. Find an open one going to the basket. See if Gugliotta the next jump shot he gets.
Penny cradles the pill and takes it to the hole.
Been waiting for that. Been waiting for that. 2 times in a row now he has gotten it and attacked the basket.
Dean Garrett picks up his 2nd personal. Hardaway to the line, and look at him hang, and he very nearly hit it.
You challenge like that, only 2 things can happen. Number 1, you're going to dunk on somebody and make it, or number 2, you're going to get fouled. Penny's missed, I think, his 3rd free throw of the night.
Indeed he has, partner. He'll try to pull us to within 4. Well, no secret about it. The Magic right now going through a slump, but you got to play through it.
And I think they will, Chip. But, you know, the one thing about a slump, you simply cannot depend on your offense to get you out of it. I mean, if you're going to get out of it, you have to guard people, you have to defend, and you have to create some easy opportunities for yourself. I mean, you can shoot those shots all night from behind the three-point line, and they can bounce around, do everything they want. But if you give up more points to the other team, you're going to lose. That's the name of the game. So you have to stop them from scoring until your offense comes back around.
Oh, nice play for Garnett, wide open.
Yeah, that's sweet, man, right there. I mean, to have a guy 6'11", using the screen, coming around and squaring up, shooting that shot. Well, it's frightening when you think where he might be in another couple of years in this league. He has 12 points, 12 rebounds.
Wilkins, strong move again, and finally the Magic Jacks starting to attack the middle of the floor.
Right to the hole. It's been there. And now the Wolves are a great shot-blocking team. I mean, I give them a lot of credit for that.
West calls timeout. He got the 22nd timeout on the baseline. Brian Hill can't believe it. 2:42 left. Minnesota is given the 22nd timeout. And let's see if it turns into the full timeout. I believe it will. So timeout on the floor. Minnesota just got a big break. They lead it by 4 on their home floor in Minneapolis.
So, where do you want this? Hey now, I ordered a new copier.
This is better than new, my friend.
Allow me to demonstrate. Oh,
What do we have here? Wow. Enlarges, too.
Even Foley. I'll take it.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
That was close. I didn't think I could shove this baby through.
There are 29 teams in the NBA. One of them plays for you. Logo Athletic.
The Magic trying to cut into the lead. It's a 4-point game right now, but the Magic doing a much better job of mixing up their offense, not relying solely on the outside shot, taking the ball to the basket much better here over the last 4 minutes. Penny has done it a few times. Gerald Wilkins on this play gets to the hole and gets 2 points there. As I say, Minnesota, a very good shot blocking team, so you can't blame the Magic some for looking over their shoulder, but if you shoot it off the move like that, as Gerald did, I think you're going to get have a lot of success taking the ball on the inside.
Sam Mitchell in for Minnesota now. 2:41 left in our third quarter. Garnett against Grant now. Kevin, hard drive, dishes off blindly. Open is Garrett. He is just shredding us inside. 14 points for Dean Garrett. He averages 5 a game.
Well, isn't it kind of amazing? You think of some of the big name players they've had here at the center position, some of the draft picks they've used to get guys like Luke Longley, Felton Spencer.
Yep, they're giving Stojko Brankovic $3 million a year almost.
Brankovic, and you get a guy who you signed for minimum. There's a block.
And Carr comes up with it. 4th block for Garrett in the game.
Finally get some consistency at the center position. They come back and get the 3.
Chris Carr hits the 3, and Minnesota has a 9-point lead, their biggest of the night. Defense, 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 Jack. You see what it's done for Minnesota. 1:46 left. Here's Horace against Sam Mitchell. He looks to drive with the right hand. It rattles in.
Didn't look real good, but higher percentage shot for Horace Grant, challenging at the basket.
Still a long way to go in this game. Magic hanging in, down 7. Minnesota playing very well, over 50%. Garnett missed the stop try.
Man, that was a good pass. It was there.
And he brings it back, threaded the needle to Wilkins, and he got hit hard.
Did that pass get through the defense?
Man, oh man.
I thought Penny had decided against giving it up to Gerald because Minnesota had gotten back. But the one-hand pass to Penny, young players don't necessarily feel you can do that because you see Penny Hardaway do it. He's an all-star. 2 hands on the ball. Normally the way you want your young guys to learn to make the passes, but as you know, Penny's special.
Magic 12 out of 18 from the line tonight. They're down by a 77-70 count. Wilkins gets 1 out of 2. 6-point Minnesota game. Keep in mind, this year on the road, the Magic have trailed heading into the 4th quarter 17 times in 23 games. They have come back to win only 4 of those. Carr fakes and got hit. He walked, folks. He took about 2 steps. But Gerald Wilkins is the man who was called for the foul.
I thought in this league 2 steps was legal. I mean, that's
about right.
That's good.
And exasperated Brian Hill trying to find the recipe again for this Magic team. Isn't it funny, Jack, what a week will do?
Brian was saying
before the break.
Brian says, I'm sorry to see this all-star break coming because Brian knows that it doesn't take long to lose it. And he's trying his best. His remedy, though, and I saw the board, the remedy, according to Brian, was the effort defensively. Let the defense create the offense, not vice versa. The offense is going to come. It's always going to be there, but you have to stop the other team, is the way Brian said. And
Dennis Scott with a save, tumbles into the crowd. Boy, let's see if he's all right. He landed in the first row of seats. The T-Wolves team scattered. Dennis slow getting up.
That is the quickest I've seen guys like Cherokee Parks. I've never seen him move that quickly. I mean, he jumped up off the bench and flew as he saw Dennis coming. I've never seen him move that quickly. Watch the bench. Gets out of there, doesn't it? They all clear out. No one over there except Dennis. The coaches even moved. Mike Schuler and Randy Whitman sitting over there on the bench. Jill Gossard, be happy to hear Randy's name mentioned over the air.
Yeah, we talked to Jill before we left town, and we asked Jill what she thought about Minnesota, and she said, well, the reason they're playing so good, great coaching, she said.
Yeah, well, Jill is, she's kind of
smitten.
Well, I just think she has her motives the wrong way, and her, you know, the things she likes, you have to question. She's an Indiana basketball fan, and I think that's where it all comes from. Whitman, one of the better players ever in the history of Indiana basketball, so have to question a judgment on that.
Yeah, no question about that. Here's Penny Hardaway off the Minnesota turnover, a little short. Another three-point shot, Jack. 6 for 16 now.
And then you look up at the shot clock and you realize now you could have had the last shot at the basket, so that even compounds things there for Bryant. And that's especially going to hurt if Minnesota scores here.
79-71, 6 seconds left. Minnesota has the lead. Garnett, double team, 2 seconds left. Porter way downtown, almost connected. And that's the end of our third quarter. Minnesota continues to blister it from the field, Jack. 51%. Big games off the glass from Garrett, Garnett, and others. Minnesota by 8. We go to the fourth in Minneapolis.
In the world of racing, you'd be hard-pressed to find more pounding, more rattling, and more punishment than the Score Desert Championship Series. It ain't pretty, but it's the extremes of off-road racing that help us build our longest-lasting battery ever, the Duralast battery from AutoZone. A battery so tough, so dependable, we back it with a 2-year free replacement guarantee. The next time you hit the open road, don't settle for anything less. The Duralast battery, power you can depend on.
Bill and Susie sitting in a tree, K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby in the baby carriage.
Whether you're expecting wedding bells or a new baby, Target has perfect gifts for the best times of your life. Stop by the Target gift registry, get a scanner, and scan in the gifts you want. It's quick, easy, and fun.
Lullaby, Club, Wed, and more. Only at your Target store.
Every day at Continental, over 115,000 inspectors board our flights. Our customers, people just like you. So we've been paying extra attention to detail. We're keeping our cabins sparkling. And not only are we serving food on more flights, we've made it better. So fly us again. You'll like what you see.
Oops, bud.
Get your fill of sports this week? Didn't think so. Pick up Sentinel Sports and get the whole picture. Every day in the Orlando Sentinel.
It's Minnesota 79, Magic 71, and they are really howling here in the Wolves' den. Porter, Mitchell, Garrett, Garnett, and Chris Carr for Minnesota. And Nick Anderson called for a bump on the baseline. Horace Grant thought It should have gone the other way. Jack, here's our numbers through 3.
Hey, you mentioned Minnesota shooting 51%. They're out rebounding the Magic by 8. And the Magic didn't commit a turnover in that third quarter, which definitely was a plus. Cut down on the opportunities for the Wolves in the open floor.
But the Magic went 0 for 6 from downtown and shot just 35% in the third period. Down 8, out of bounds, off Sam Mitchell. Horace Grant with a fine defensive play. So Minnesota starts with a turnover here in our fourth quarter. Magic trying to snap a brief 2-game losing streak.
See if Ronnie Cycli can find him a way to get it going here.
Here's Brian Shaw. He'll pull the string. Won't go. Rebound knocked to Terry Porter. Porter runs it up left wing. Magic 0 for 7 second half from downtown. Here's Chris Carr. He'll dribble drive in the lane. And again, Jack, penetration and the personal.
He'll get to the line right here. You know, when he gets that close, he's going to try to dunk every one of them through. Horace Grant, I think, picks up that personal foul.
So Carr having a great night, Jack. 15, now 16 points. His career high is 17.
Yeah, he's
young
coming
man out of Southern Illinois.
Coming off of a 6-point game in their loss against the Lakers. He's been averaging 8 points a game the last 6 ball games or so. Not shooting the ball as well as he is shooting it here in this ball game tonight, but has been effective as he's gotten increased responsibilities.
Biggest Minnesota lead in the game now. 81-71, 10 points. Dean Garrett with a fine defensive effort again. 3-on-2 break. Here comes Sam Mitchell. Sheds the D, lays it in. Magic will bring it across the half-court line and take another timeout. Instead, they do on the baseline. They've waited, Jack, 7 long years for nights like this. Magic down 12 with a lot of time left. We'll see if we can come back after this timeout.
Precious Hotline, what's your problem?
We're stuck with skunky beer.
So it's not Budweiser?
No.
Remain calm, sir. We're on our way. Next time, look for this.
New Born on Dating from Budweiser, because fresh beer tastes better.
Precious Hotline.
Could we order some Chinese?
I will use treatment to help the sick, according to my ability and judgment.
With purity and with holiness, I will pass my life and practice my art.
Into whatever houses I enter, I will go into them for the benefit of the sick.
Now, if I carry out this oath, may I gain forever reputation among all men for my life and for my art.
The Hippocratic Oath is a solemn pledge from your doctor to you. At John Alden, our philosophy is not to get in the way.
Listen, this is what investing can be when glossy brochures, trendy stock tips, and cold calls are put on hold and a relationship is begun. At SunTrust, our investment professionals focus solely on investments. They start by listening and learning, not selling. Then they recommend solutions to help your dreams grow. Simple, isn't it? SunTrust. Be ready for life.
Friends, tickets are still available for all remaining Solar Bears home games. They play next Thursday and Saturday against the Chicago Wolves. You see the game times and the numbers you need to call to pick up tickets, and the next Bears telecast Thursday night at 7 o'clock on Sunshine Network. Another turnover. Brian Shaw's entry pass knocked away. Here comes Porter leading the break. Sam Mitchell, a little short. Carr follows. The Magic thought he was in the cylinder. But right now, Jack, Minnesota's hustle getting them every break in this game.
Yeah, the officials rewarding them because they are playing hard. Yeah, that probably should have been a goaltending call. It was obvious it was in the rim, but
Nick Anderson jump shooting for 2, has 19 in the game.
You know, that's a good shot, though, Chip.
Yep.
I mean, that comes off of penetration. Gerald Wilkins gets the paint. All the white shirts converge back in there, and then it makes that outside shot a much higher percentage shot. So you can't fault Nick for taking that shot.
Oh, great shot. Got to take the ones that are open. 9:43 left. The lob over the top to Garnett. Minnesota again shooting themselves in the foot a bit now. They have 14 turnovers, but the Magic only 9 points off of them. Bulls lead Atlanta as they start the fourth quarter now. 11 minutes to play in that game. Atlanta with a 22-game home win streak. We play the Bulls Sunday. 9 to shoot. B. Shaw penetrates, and there it is.
So many opportunities like that, Chip. I mean, we've said it a lot, so I'm going to just hopefully the Magic are going to just start doing that. We pointed it out and pointed it out. That's been there all night.
9 minutes left in the game. Porter feeds Garrett. Missed the shot. Nick Anderson hauls in the rebound. Magic run out. Orlando with numbers. And now a technical foul is called against Brian Hill. It's been a frustrating night for Brian Hill, but maybe this will be the one that fires up his club a little bit here in the fourth quarter. So Sam Mitchell shoots the tee.
In a situation like this, Chip, I just love watching Richie work. This is when he's at his best. Richie Atabata. He's doing his best to calm Brian down. Look, he's just a shadow right now. He's going to stay right beside him. Everywhere Brian goes, he's going to buffer Brian and the official, and Richie will step right in between them.
Gerald Wilkins penetrates off the window. No. Roddy hard work inside, tied up by Mitchell, and he'll get the 2 shots. But again, the penetration set it up.
It's there. Ronnie Cycli, a good job on the offensive boards that time. And a chance for 2. Gerald Wilkins can't get it, but the white shirts have to come. That frees up Ronnie Cycli. And there's the foul, so he gets 2 free throws. Penny checks back in, as does Derek Strong. Nick will get a couple of minutes. Horace Grant will get a couple of minutes.
Ronnie has had his hands full tonight. 10 points for Cycli, 4 rebounds, 4 of 10 from the field. Gugliotta back in for Minnesota. All right, back in it now. 86-77 is our score. Here comes Porter against Shaw. Strong, Penny, Wilkins, and Ronnie. Carr lets fly. Nuclear high.
Man, he is flat filling it tonight.
22 points, 4 3-point field goals. 89-77 your score.
Coming in this game, he was 21 of 65 from behind the 3-point line.
Roddy Cycli, 3-point chance.
Dean Garrett gets the foul, but that's about all he's done bad tonight, or wrong tonight. He leaves Ronnie Cycli, steps out too high. Gugliotta gets him as well.
Three-point play. 89-80, 9-point game with 8 minutes left. Minnesota this year has really struggled to polish off their opponents in the fourth quarter.
You know, and Brian gets the technical foul. One reason why is you want to try to force the team to get a little fired up.
Oh, Mitchell, tough shot. He got hit. Garrett made a nice pass. Marbury back from Minnesota. The foul on Derek Strong.
Richie still trying to get in between Brian Hill and Bernie Fryer.
Mitchell misses the free throw. Minnesota tonight has done a great job at the line. They're 15 out of 16, and they get there a lot.
Well, they haven't gotten there as much tonight as normally. They've been getting there 34 times a game over the last 4 ball games, but haven't gotten there nearly as much. But Part of that might just be Chip because they've had so many wide open shots.
Syke finds B. Shaw. 12 to shoot, 7:48 left in the game. Bryant cut off. He finds Penny. He'll pull the string on a three. Back iron, rebound knocked by Ronnie Takar. (90-80). The Timberwolves have the lead. Carr again. He's 4 out of 5 out there. Now 4 out of 6 as he misfires from downtown. Here's Penny again. Strong in the post against Gugliotta. He got bumped. And Gugliotta guilty of another personal foul.
So now, Chip, the Magic are trying to push the ball inside more. They are trying to establish themselves on the low post and take advantage of some opportunities down there. Now the thing they must do here over the next 7 minutes is to find a way to stop Minnesota. They have 90 points already.
Derek rattles home his 7th point of the game. Well, these guys have come a long way, baby. Their franchise record wins 29 in their 2nd NBA season under then coach Bill Musselman. They're going to go way past that this season. 90-82. Magic needs some stops here. Marbury's had a little trouble with the turnover here tonight.
Now Ronnie Cycli playing Gugliotta here. We'll see if that is one place they will go. Good job, Gerald Wilkins, working.
But Carr able to steal away the rebound. He got stripped cleanly by Brian Shaw. Magic bring it back. Even number break. Hardaway against Gugliotta. In the lane, yes.
Few fast break opportunities for the Magic tonight, but one good thing about that, Chip, they've been able to take advantage of it. That's a couple of points the Magic have gotten off of the turnovers. Boy, I thought he went over and back, but caused the timeout instead.
Minnesota takes time. Their big lead has been cut to 6. 6:34 left. Minnesota 90, Magic 84. We're coming back, folks. Both on and off the floor.
The Star Wars trilogy is back on the big screen, and each planet is celebrating in a different way. On Earth, people are playing Feel the Force at Taco Bell. Press the game piece to magically reveal if you've instantly won cash, one of millions of prizes, or a special edition Hummer. See the trilogy, Feel the Force. Play the game at Taco Bell.
Are you sure this is the right theater? I'm not even sure it's the right planet.
Bill and Susie sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a baby in the baby carriage.
Whether you're expecting wedding bells or a new baby, Target has perfect gifts for the best times of your life. Stop by the Target gift registry, get a scanner, and scan in the gifts you want. It's quick, easy, and fun.
Lullaby, Club, Wed, and more. Only at your Target store.
At Goodings, we've always valued our customers. That's why we've created our Value Customer Card to give you big savings on thousands of valued customer specials down every aisle and every department.
This week, Tide Ultra Liquid Detergent is just $4.49 with your Valued Customer Card. And fresh Florida strawberries are just 89 cents a pint with your Valued Customer Card.
It's a new way to shop and a new way to save for every one of our valued customers just like you. At Goodings, where big savings are in the card.
Centex Homes, Orlando's #1 home builder, teams up with the Magic and Solar Bears in the 3rd annual Home Team Rally. The grand prize drawing for a custom Centex home worth over $165,000 will take place March 21st at the Home Solar Bears game. You can register for the Home Team Rally at your Centex Homes Model Center. 6:28 left. Minnesota's lead a tenuous 6 points. They're trying to get Gugliotta going, but he has really struggled again tonight. He's 4 for 13, only 2 rebounds, Jack. The 2 prior games, 10 for 35 for Minnesota.
Yeah, 4 for 17 in the game against the Lakers.
Halfway home in the 4th quarter, a bucket here, and you feel the momentum swing into our favor. 4 to shoot now for Wilkins. Garnett hounds him, blocks the shot. Garrett comes away. That's a violation.
24 seconds.
And our first final is in tonight. Detroit has won again. They beat Charlotte on the road, 109-103. The final score.
Well, it's got to be tough when you're playing that second guard spot or small forward spot, and you look up and Garnett is guarding you, and you have to get a shot off with 3 seconds on the clock.
9 block shots for Minnesota. Again, they go to Googs. He swings it across to Garnett, driving baseline. Gave it up in a tough spot. Garrett got it, though. Floats it up and hits again.
He continues to find a way to come up with the loose ball and get the shot to go.
Stoico, who Hardaway catches from Shaw, couldn't finish it off. 92-84. And Marbury lays it up and in. Nobody laid a hand on him. Timeout again.
Has to start. It has to start at the point guard spot. I mean, it has to start with your guards, your defense. You can't allow your guard to get it on one end, drive all the way down the floor, never change direction, and lay the ball in. I mean, it's just too easy. Watch here. I mean, he never changes. Watch. Goes right to the hole. Never change the direction.
Every day at Continental, over 115,000 inspectors board our flights. Our customers, people just like you. So we've been paying extra attention to detail. We're keeping our cabins sparkling. And not only are we serving food on more flights, we've made it better. So fly us again. You'll like what you see.
I know it's hip, I've been red, rad, fun with the dab in punk metal. I'm on the level. Move over, yeah. Move over, yeah. Don't do it over. 'Cause that's clever, yeah, yeah, yeah. Generation, next.
Next phase, next stage, next craze, next wave.
Generation, next generation.
Dodge Ram. #1 in towing. #1 in payload. #1 in resale versus Ford, Chevy, and GMC. And now Dodge Ram announces one more one, the Dodge #1 lease sale. For just $219 a month, you can lease the hottest truck on the road today, Dodge Ram. The Dodge #1 lease sale on #1 Dodge cars and trucks. This sale ends February 28th.
Time's getting short, folks. 5 minutes left. Minnesota's up 10. Hardaway handles at the point. He'll try to dribble drive, get to the hole. He got hit, score the bucket.
That's the way to come back and make them pay. Come back and redeem yourself very quickly with a move like that to the basket.
Third foul on Garrett, Jack, who's really been a force, and Hardaway with a strong move.
Good screen by Ronnie Cycli also.
Now with 16 points, 5 of 12 shooting, 8 assists for Penny. And he just does complete the three-point play. So we're hanging in. I gotta start stopping this guy, Stephon Marbury. He has 8 assists on the game. He's cut off. Gives it back to Gugliotta. Let him shoot the way he's going. Back tap, Cycli. Pulls away the rebound. Back comes Penny. Magic have a 2-on-1 break. Hardaway dishes off. Nick Anderson, he'll drive the ball and won't get the roll. Tough break, got his own miss. Now Penny looks to the middle of the floor. He changes it up and Grant the reverse.
Nice job, Penny Hardaway, creating the shot for Horace, but good job by the Magic forcing the miss. Brian Shaw picks up the foul in the backcourt.
His second, and that is the 4th Magic team foul with 4:17 left. So that's statistic even. Each team with 4 team fouls. Gugliotta out. Just hasn't gotten it going tonight. 4 out of 14. They bring Sam Mitchell back on here.
Interesting, Googs in his first game back from the All-Star break had a 4 for 17 game. Penny Hardaway in his first game back.
Well, Marbury
3 for 15 game.
Marbury dangerously leaves his feet every time he makes a pass. On the floor, they cough it up again. Grant takes timeout. With 4 minutes left in the game, Orlando will use the 20.
Good job, Horace Grant, the only player down on the floor, as is the case a lot of times. When the ball's down there just rolling around, Horace Grant gets down to where it is and comes up with it there. You know, Chip, as badly as the Magic have played, they're still just a 5-point game. So they definitely have plenty of time to pull this one out.
But again, it's got to be defensively. Marbury again. Look, he leaves his feet a lot, Jack, and look what kind of trouble it leads to.
Yeah, a lot of young players do that. They do that a lot, particularly at the point guard spot. You think of Allen Iverson over at Philadelphia. He is one of those guys that turns the ball over a lot. Marbury, though, to his credit, turns it over just under 3 times a game, which is not bad as much as he handles the basketball.
At one point, Iverson was over 5. He still leads the league in turnovers for the Philadelphia 76ers. We're under 4 minutes now. Penny finds Nick against Garnett. Grant hesitates. Now finds Nick. Magic swinging around the perimeter. B. Shaw, open 3. Got it.
Oh, huge shot again, Brian Shaw.
Now the Magic within 2 points. 94-92. 8 straight Orlando points. Now the steal by Penny. Shaw again hesitates 3. He'll drive the giant killer. No, but Penny ties the game.
Man. Boy, where has this energy been all night? Good little burst by the Magic to tie the game.
With 3:19 left, Orlando has scored the last 10 points, and Kevin McHale and the big crowd here at the Target Center sit in stunned silence. We told you we'd be coming back. We'll do it again right after this.
Cozy, huh? Whoa, bedroom? No way. Security? Close the transportation! Classic fixtures. Ooh, what do we have here? Bud Light. Go ahead. It's got your name on it. I'll get my own. Nice. Huh?
I'll take it. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
That was close. I was down to my last one.
They come from all over for the most agonizing test of endurance motorsports has to offer. The heavyweight championship of off-road racing. The legendary Baja 1000. Mile after mile of unforgiving terrain that can send even the toughest truck to an early grave, which means it can really be murder on a battery. That's why more drivers who tackle the Baja rely on the Duralast battery than any other. The same Duralast we stock at AutoZone. The Duralast battery. Power you can depend on.
Over 40 million people escape to Florida each year. So what do you do if you live here? Simple. Just go to the Florida Jeep Escape Sale, where right now you can escape in a Grand Cherokee for just $339 a month. Hurry over to the Florida Jeep Escape Sale today and get a Jeep Cherokee with up to $1,836 in option values. Take advantage of these deals because they don't get any better than this. And then when your backyard is filled with tourists, just escape.
Lease a Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $339 a month.
Magic have turned it on here now. 3:10 left, 10 straight Orlando points to tie the game at 94. This has been an unbelievable fourth quarter burst. Gugliotta in the lane. Tough shot, and wouldn't you know it?
Well, Flip pulled him out. Flip Sanders pulled him out of the game. Sat him down just a minute, give him some time to think about the end of this game on the bench. And he comes back, makes a huge shot.
2:45 left, 96-94. Penny behind the line, go baby, not that time. Garnett the rebound. Orlando with its 20th three-point shot in the game. We've hit 7 of them. Garnett, he missed the dunk, and no whistle on the play.
Well, give Cycli a lot of credit. Got back, forced him to change his shot up, and he just could not get it to go. So good effort, Ronnie Cycli.
This turned out to be a great game. 2:20 left. Hardaway again. He'll dribble drive. Gugliotta met him and stopped it. Hardaway can't believe it. Porter leaks out. He's got Garnett. And he won't miss that one. Penny was flat on his backside after getting hammered at one end. Minnesota came back with Kevin Garnett and now has a three-point chance.
Yeah, Penny should be on the free throw line as he takes it to the basket.
Yep.
Goog's got him on the arm there, but no call. And then you get the long run out. Nick Anderson wanted to wrap him up, but could not do it. Garnett elevated too quickly.
19 points for Kevin Garnett. as well. 11 rebounds. 2 double-doubles from Minnesota players tonight. Dean Garrett has the other, a 16-point, 14-rebound game for him. The front line for Minnesota has been a load to handle. B. Shaw leans in and got the roll. Well, we're getting closer to the rim. And when the Magic have done that, they've been able to score. Here comes West. Cycling challenges him and smacks him across the arm.
The Magic trying to put on some backcourt pressure to try to force a turnover, a quick one on the other end. The Wolves handled it that time, although they have not done a great job of handling it here in this period. West makes the first one.
100-96. When Minnesota gets to 100, they are 11-4 on the year.
Well, they shoot 75% from the line on the season, so not unusual for them to be knocking down free throws.
1:35 left tonight. They're 19 out of 20 at the stripe.
And the three-point shot is not necessary.
Nick Anderson bumped off his spot. Won't go. West rebounds again. Terry Porter, interestingly, running the show down the stretch for Minnesota now.
Well, you just don't have Terry Porter.
Off the foot of Porter.
You don't have him in there for just offense. You have him in there for defense also. And Porter asked Brian Shaw, didn't that go off your foot? As though Brian Shaw is going to say, yeah. That's not going to happen.
Nice try, though.
Yeah.
Approaching a minute. Penny, quick three. Nope. Cycling rebounds and got the whistle. Well, Jack, another game tonight where the Magic almost as many three-point field goal attempts as free throw attempts. Orlando had more threes than frees in Detroit.
Yeah, that's another one of those shots that the only thing that makes it a good shot is if it goes in or if your guy gets the offensive rebound. And it worked out that way for the Magic. Ronnie Cycli chased it down and got fouled.
16 for Syke. 57 seconds left. We're down 101-97. It's an execution game now here in the final minute.
And you don't need a foul. You just need to play some defense. You have proven you can force a turnover.
Almost one there. 15 seconds to shoot for Porter now. Gugliotta against Grant. Porter shoots a three. Rebound grab by Ronnie.
Another one of those shots that you've seen the Magic put up, and it just, you see on that play right there how that kind of shot hurts the whole morale of the team.
B. Shaw finds Grant. Horace inside the line, found Ronnie. Spinning, firing, rattles it home. 1-point game.
And still, you don't have to foul.
Make them execute here.
I mean, yeah, you have to make them. And now you look at a foul now because you.
1 second difference on the game and shot clock.
Now you have to foul.
They swing to Gugliotta, and he will be fouled with 9 seconds left.
Well, you know, and that's okay, Chip. I mean, you would have liked to have fouled with about 14 seconds left. Minnesota moved the ball around, but you don't have to commit the quick foul. You give your defense a chance to see if you can force a turnover. Gugliotta 8 of 8 from the line tonight. He has struggled, not playing with a bunch of confidence, but one thing he did do tonight and in the game against the Lakers, he did make his free throws, even though he struggled from the field. He makes that one. So the Magic have a have a timeout to burn, which they will. Dennis Scott comes in for Ronnie Cycli.
Yeah, we'll go with their sharp shooting lineup here in the closing stretches. The Magic started this game 5 for 7 from three-point territory. They are 2 for their last 14 in the game. So think about that here in the final 9 seconds. If Gugliotta hits this, we'll need a 3 to tie.
Timeout situation, 2 apiece. That's a miss.
Grant sails in, and the Magic take time. So Gugliotta misses his first free throw in the game, and the Magic need just a 2-point field goal to tie. A 3 could win it. We'll see what Brian Hill's staff comes up with after this timeout in Minnesota.
It's the way the sun helps things grow in their own time. It's the way bread begins as an ocean of wheat before rising in the oven. The way onions can make you cry, even when you're laughing. And it's the way we make over 1 million people their favorite sandwich every day, which, in case you're keeping track, is more sandwiches than the entire population of North Dakota. Subway. It's the way a sandwich should be.
When you're smiling, smile. The whole world smiles with you.
The new Camry will make you smile, along with everything else at your Toyota dealer, because that's where you'll find the best Toyota has to offer, including great prices on the new Camry. We've raised Camry standards and lowered its price for $97. Now that's something to smile about. See your Toyota dealer today.
The whole world smiles with you.
Listen, this is what investing can be. When investment fads, hot stock tips, and pushy sales calls are put aside, and a relationship is begun. At SunTrust, our investment professionals focus only on investments. They start by listening and learning, not selling. They finish by recommending solutions, and maybe dessert. Simple, isn't it? SunTrust. Be ready for life.
The Magic need a 2 to tie, a 3 to win. What do you do with 8 seconds left?
Well, I know, Chip, I'm going to sound like the biggest hypocrite in the world, because I've been crying in this fourth period for the Magic to establish the inside game, and they have done that. But this is the one time I like the three-point shot if it comes off of some penetration first.
Dennis Scott to inbound. Just does get it in. He turned it over. Douglas, the steal in the front court. You got to foul. You got to foul. Porter with 1 second left is hit by Horace Grant. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know, one thing is always the last thing the coach tells you when you go out there. They make you aware of the three-point, of the timeout situation. If you get in a situation where you cannot get the ball in bounds, burn the timeout. I mean, that's what you have it for. Dennis obviously thought he could have connected with Penny Hardaway. He did not.
Oh, boy, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, that hurts right there.
Oh, man. Horace Grant over trying to slow down the proceedings. Kevin Garnett went in to back Horace away. He can put us away with this attempt. And wouldn't you know it, he did it. The Magic will burn that final timeout. 104-100. Minnesota has the 4-point lead.
Well, Chipper, quite frankly, that's the last thing I thought would have happened with the Magic, because normally on their out-of-bounds play, they are a very much sure-handed team. They don't make the mistakes that we saw the Magic make on that play. I mean, it just normally doesn't happen that way, so we don't know. But the one thing, as I say, Chip, the coach always points out to you, the last thing they tell you, we have a timeout left. If you get in any trouble at all, burn that timeout. So Dennis Scott thought he could connect. He did not. And unfortunately for the Magic, they don't have a chance to tie the game or win it.
So Minnesota now with a 104-100 win, and it just seems like, Jack, the Magic are making their own mistakes, shooting themselves in the foot these last couple of ball games, and not giving themselves chances to win the ball game. And that's what really makes these last three games so frustrating.
Well, you know, the problem is, Chip, you allow a team once again to get a lot of confidence throughout the course of the game. We saw that in the game in Orlando before the Magic went on the road. The game they lost against New Jersey. You allow a team to get so much confidence that in the fourth period they feel they can do anything they want. And while the Magic in this game finally gave that burst of energy that you know they had in them, and you finally get it, Minnesota's playing with a lot of confidence. So on shots like the one Gugliotta made, even though it's a tough shot, they feel they can make it. So Minnesota will give the Magic whatever they want right here. They'll just back off and say, throw the ball in, and you lose, and they'll win the game.
Well, maybe a miracle. Maybe they'll foul us on a three-point shot. Hardaway the catch. They back off. Turnaround jumper won't go. And Minnesota did everything they needed to do to win this ball game tonight, and another frustrating loss for the Magic on the road. The losing streak reaches 3 as Kevin Garnett, Dean Garrett, Chris Carr, and Tom Gugliotta did a job on the Magic here tonight. 104 to 100. Minnesota evens the season series. They're now 24 and 26. We fall to 24 and 23. Back with more after this.